Music can speak to us in so many different ways. It can access emotions we didn't know we were feeling, such as if we're sad and we hear sad music, it could bring it out. And if we're happy and we hear happy music, it can make us even happier. It could also get our blood pumping before a workout and get our heart rates up before a party. Because of this, and for many other reasons, music has always been pretty important in society. Some songs have such a prominent place in history just because of the meanings that they have behind them. The song You Don't Own Me by Leslie Gore and the song Run the World by Beyonce are two songs that stand for female empowerment. Both of these songs tackle this topic in such different ways, but the general theme and message is the same, and because of this, it is shown that two different texts can relay the same message. Both of these songs, You Don't Own Me being written and produced in 1963 and Run the World being written and produced in 2011, have had a pretty big impact in their time. Both of them have been such iconic songs, and because of that, when they came out, the cause that they were supporting was and still is very important and understood. You Don't Own Me was written by Leslie Gore and it was released in 1963. During 1963, a lot of things were happening all over the world. When you think of the 60s in regards to the United States, most people think of the Civil Rights Movement. Along with the Civil Rights Movement, the Women's Liberation Movement was also taking place. This song was made popular because it focuses on female empowerment and it really focuses on making women of all age feel valid and reminds them that they do not belong to men. This song uses a lot of pathos and provokes a lot of emotions from the listeners. You can tell when pathos is being used because it kind of makes you think and it brings out some type of emotion from you. It is seen in the line, I'm young and I love to be young, I'm free and I love to be free, to live my life the way I want, to say and do whatever I please. This line resonated with a lot of people, especially the women that felt like they were only worth something if men felt like they were worth something. It showed that it was okay to just want to be yourself and to just live your life to the fullest, whether that was with a man or not. Another line that stood out and is repeated throughout the song is the one that goes, and don't tell me what to do, oh, don't tell me what to say, and please, when I go out with you, don't put me on display. This line was another powerful line and a perfect example of using pathos to reach the audience. It is clear that Leslie felt like she was constantly being told what to do, and she felt like when she would go out with her significant other, he would try and show her off like she was a trophy. A lot of men still do this today, and a lot of people don't really like that. Many other women who felt similarly but didn't know how to express it used this song as a way to voice their opinions without having to explicitly say it. This song is all about female empowerment, and when Leslie wrote it at the time, she was 16, so it showed that all these feelings that women typically feel are felt throughout their entire lives. It was released in a time when many women were able to voice their opinions without backlash, and so it became the perfect song to emphasize the fact that women are powerful and that it is okay to be independent. Run the World by Beyonce was produced and released in 2011 and was a part of her album 4. This song was released during a time when all the songs that were being put out there were about degrading and objectifying women. Most of these songs that came out were literally about having sex with multiple women, doing drugs, and living a party lifestyle. And these songs were coming from artists who are in the same genre as Beyonce. By her making this song, she reminded all of the women that at the end of the day, women are so powerful and that the world basically wouldn't run without them. Beyonce also used pathos in this song, and it is seen in the line, this goes out to all of my girls that's in the club rocking the latest who will buy for themselves and get more money later. This line resonated with a lot of women because there was this stigma at the time, and there still is one today, that women didn't do anything and that all they wanted to do was sit around and try to look pretty for men. This line showed appreciation for the women that were working for their own money and working for the things that they wanted to get themselves. Pathos can also be seen in the line, I'm repping for the girls who's taking over the world, help me raise a glass for the college grads. And in the line, how we're smart enough to make these millions, strong enough to bear the children, then get back to business. By saying this, Beyonce is making it clear that it is okay for a woman to work to have the nicer things in life. She is also emphasizing that women do so much and that a lot of women work 9-to-5 jobs, are mothers, and some of them are also in college while doing these other two things. And at the end of the day, after all things are said and done, they get back to business. They do it all over again in hopes of living their best life that they can. This was a refreshing change because most of the songs that were made during this time, especially the ones that were in the R&B and hip-hop genre, were really degrading toward women. All of this information is important because as far back as it has been recorded, music has been a form of self-expression. Music is one of the main things that has been used to unite so many people without actually having to do too much. As stated in the article Why We Love Music and Freud Despised It, written by Stephen A. Diamond, he also argues that music stands at the core of our humanity. an archetypal primal means of human communication and self-expression that emerges deep within our DNA. Music has always been a form of self-expression as well as communication. Leslie Gore's song You Don't Own Me was written when she was just 16 years old. She was singing about wanting to be free and just wanting to live her life. Many people of all ages related to this, and even though she was so young, her message was still really relatable. In Beyonce's song, she is singing about how women are very capable of doing the things for themselves, and she is celebrating the women who have gotten their degrees, the women who are mothers, and the women who are working jobs. Beyonce's song is about female empowerment, and Leslie Gore's song is mainly about female liberation. Both of these songs were so different and came out at such different times, yet they have the same meaning because this is clearly a topic that has been expressed. All in all, both of these songs have really powerful meanings. They were so popularized because they were used when some people didn't have the power to use their own voices to express their feelings. Imagine living in 1963 when everyone was telling you what to do, how to act, and telling you that you couldn't do certain things just because you were a woman. This song made it a little bit more normalized to want to do more and to just want to be yourself, whether or not that was how everyone else wanted you to act. It made it a little bit more normalized to want to be more than somebody's wife. Beyonce's song was written in a time when most songs that were coming out were about having sex with a lot of women and being continuously degraded. She made this song to appreciate the women who were doing everything they could to make their lives better. These songs were both important for female empowerment and they became staples for that movement.